Andy, thanks very much for inviting us here to the offices of JLL in London. Logistics has seen huge growth across the world. In terms of some of the key trends, what are you seeing in the market?
Well, welcome to JLL. I've just come back from Singapore and a couple of years ago Hong Kong and Shanghai, and they were both on fact-finding missions to understand how that market is accommodating the growing need for logistics, but also against a backdrop of lack of land supply. And the clear solution is to start building high-rise warehousing. In Singapore, where we came back only a few weeks ago, almost 100% of the warehousing out there is now what they would call ramped-up warehousing. So that is multi-level warehousing accessed via wide ramps to allow HGVs to go both up and down that ramp. Maybe 5, 6 stories, each one providing proper, well-serviced warehousing with decent floor loading and decent eaves. Taking that back to the UK and indeed mainland Europe, already there are signs that that type of product is starting to come.
One of the other trends that we've been seeing also in the market is the ability of logistics companies to be able to recruit, and also health and well-being. How do you see those influencing the sector?
Hugely. I think again, just going back to the Singapore trip, it was quite clear that in a road full of 3PL logistics companies, all providing multi-level accommodation, the provision for the well-being of their staff was paramount. So you're seeing quality restaurants and cafes, you're seeing creches, you're seeing gyms, you're seeing gardens and quiet areas, collaboration areas being provided. And there is now competition between the occupiers to ensure that their staff are being provided with that type of overall package when they go to that occupier. So certainly coming back to the UK, we are starting to impart that type of thought process on our key developer and landlord clients. I think that it's very important when we start talking about the UK, and in particularly London, and I stress London is going to be the test bed for both multi-storey, which is in Singapore known as ramped up warehousing, or multi-level, which is cargo lift access up to the upper floors, or flatted factories as they call them. We're going to be seeing those coming into London first, prior to them going to some of our main conurbations and main cities in the UK. And certainly we see the provision of well thought out space being paramount, particularly multi-let buildings where you can have more than one occupier, to provide those amenities and those restaurants and gardens and gyms, etc., will be a key factor.